Yes, indeed. What's up, world? E-Cussionist here. Welcome to lesson number 2 of the third trimester in 2024. We're inside the studio here in North Carolina. Shout out to our friends downtown in Brazil, all the way in Salvador, Bahia. NGO Radio Terra brings this to us. They've garnered all of these great music enthusiasts and music educators like myself, Lon Beauvais, all the other folks involved, to bring you free lessons for all levels and all ages every week on their YouTube channel. So please click the like, click the subscribe. You know how it is. Today we're going to be talking about articulation. Last week we talked about notes. This week we're talking about articulation, which means short versus long. We're going to talk about different roles. We're going to talk about what that means on the drum set, where rhythm sometimes can lack length based on the notational limits, based on the fact that we don't have a sustain pedal, and we're not able to use air to sustain a note. So we have to use rolls, and we have to use articulation to establish the illusion of length or lack thereof. So in this particular trimester, I want to get into 10 musical concepts. These 10 concepts are notes, articulation, technique, feel, dynamics, rhythm, tone, phrasing, space, and listening. And then the last 2 lessons, we're going to do some recapage, and I'm going to share some concepts on the electronics. And please share your ideas. Email me at ecusionist@gmail.com. And thanks for being here. So I just want to demonstrate a stream of consciousness drum solo based on articulation, based on short and long, based on different ways that we can use them in fills. Let's talk about the press roll here. One of the things that I think is really important at the foundation of a drummer's bag, we have to know how to play a press roll. And so what I'm doing is I'm letting my sticks bounce as much as they possibly can before I start the next bounce, right? Like this. The press roll is created by shortening the space between each hand's strokes until finally that space is one consistent stream of bounces from each stick, left to right. Okay, in this particular case, we're going to make the buzz roll by starting the right hand and letting it bounce. And then once the bounce is exhausted, we start the left hand. Then we start the right hand again. Then we start the left, and then the right, and then the left. And then we're going to speed it up until there's no more space between the two hands. And then I'm going to apply more pressure to the head. But as I'm doing this, I'm taking my hands from the outskirts of the head into the center of the drum. And then back out again. So it sort of looks like my hands are swimming on the head after a certain point, instead of going just up and down. I'm going. So slower and one hand at a time. And I'm literally only holding the stick by 2 fingers in each hand. Normally when I play traditional grip, I hold the stick in between my middle finger and my ring finger, and I use varying degrees of pressure and varying arrangements of these fingers, of course, to do a variety of things, but for the most part, this is what it looks like. When I'm doing a press roll, I tend to put the stick in between my pointer finger and my middle finger because I get a lot more flexibility with the wrist and I get a lot more buzz, rather than versus, right? So I'm literally just applying more pressure the faster it gets, and that's why it tightens up. So less pressure. doesn't sound good open all the time, and everything doesn't sound good closed all the time. Just as everything doesn't sound good loud all the time, and it doesn't sound good soft all the time. Sometimes it doesn't sound good going from soft to loud so fast. Sometimes it does. It all depends on the context that you're playing in. Articulation is the difference between me saying, I really like you, and me saying, I really like you, and me saying, I really like you. There's something appropriate for every moment, and we just have to know which way we need to play to be appropriate in the moment that we're playing in. I hope that you guys have enjoyed some of these ideas. Again, we're talking about the buzz roll, we're talking about long and short, and I think another two rolls that I want to show you are the single stroke roll and the double stroke roll. So the single stroke roll is just right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Double stroke roll. Right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. so much. This has been lesson 2 of trimester 3 in 2024. Big shout out to NGO Radio Terra for having me and all of the great music enthusiasts and educators who are bringing free lessons to all ages and all levels every week on the NGO Radio Terra YouTube channel. Big shout out to my endorsements, Roland Corporation, Tamburo Drums, and Icon Microphones, Proel Corporation. Thank you so much. See you next week for number 3 of free lessons for all ages and all levels. Peace.